Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about V-Ray for Rhino and SketchUp. So obviously you may have heard of V-Ray, so it's a powerful rendering software for 3D visualization, and I've talked more about V-Ray on my previous video, so you can have a look at that. So today I'm going to be talking about comparing V-Ray for Rhino and SketchUp. So obviously I got some questions on should I use or should they use or should we use Rhino for V-Ray or SketchUp or 3ds Max, etc. But today I'm going to be simplifying V-Ray for Rhino and SketchUp anyway. So like I said again, V-Ray is the most powerful rendering option out there. Obviously that's just my personal opinion. There's way better render engine like Unreal Engine 5 or something like that, but today obviously I'm going to simplify it. Now I'm going to break down each two of them so you can decide what you want to use. Now obviously what is V-Ray, so I've explained that in my previous video, but I'm going to repeat it again. So V-Ray is a rendering plugin developed by Chaos Group and is a plugin software that is used in SketchUp, Rhino, 3ds Max, Revit, and a lot more, and give you photorealistic results, and with advanced lighting, materials, rendering control, lighting techniques. All that is amazing stuff. So the beauty of V-Ray is using core rendering, and it is the same across different modeling platform, and so whether you use SketchUp or Rhino, you get that signature of the V-Ray realism. So it's more realistic. Basically, the more how can I explain? The more complicated the render software, the more realistic the render will be. So that's the philosophy what I've tried and I've used as well. Now, the differences on using V-Ray really depends on the modeling software. So I'm going to again compare these two today. So I've done number one, what is V-Ray. Number two is V-Ray for SketchUp. Let's do SketchUp first. So obviously SketchUp is famous for ease of use and very good for beginners. Obviously I've mentioned that in my previous video, so I'm going to reiterate this again in this video. V-Ray for SketchUp keeps the same philosophy, is straightforward, user-friendly, is designed to get your model to render quickly. It's good for concept designs, show to clients before the final render, good for not just buildings, but even like objects like car, flowers, trees, people, etc. Yeah, so some highlights of using V-Ray is fast learning curve, so you don't need to be a rendering pro unless you want to be. They're great for beginners. Great architecture and interior design, so most SketchUp users are already used in this field using V-Ray. It's very good for Mac users as well. I've explained that in my previous video as well. It's easy material management, so you can drag and drop materials, you can tweak a few things, settings, and you're good to go. Like let's say like the normal map, displacement map, the roughness map, if you want a shiny object or a rough object, very good. And it has a large community, so a lot of tutorials, assets, and pre-built models online. So V-Ray for SketchUp is very good. But the trade-off is SketchUp itself is a service modeler, so it is not a parametric powerhouse. So if you can do parametric in SketchUp, obviously, don't get me wrong, but it is kind of a bit challenging to do in SketchUp, to do modeling parametric. So if your design are very complex and organic, they say like this, if you know Zaha Hadid, so she got like a very complicated, I think is the you can look at a Google called the Haydar Aliyev Center. There you go. So Haydar Aliyev Center, Zaha Hadid. So you can see that very curved. You can do that in Rhino, Revit, SketchUp, you can do that, but it's a bit complicated, a bit more step. But in Revit, it's much faster. So anyway, I'm not talking about Revit. You can see my previous video on Revit. Now, let me see. Okay. If your let's say if your design is complex and very organic, using SketchUp give you limitation. You feel limited before you hit even harder. So this is one of the reason. The only reason for not using SketchUp for parametric design, for using V-Ray. Now, let's talk about V-Ray for Rhino. So Rhino is known for precision and complexity. So it's a NURBS-based software modeling, and which makes it fantastic industrial design, jewelry, automotive, product visualization, and complex architectural geometries. So it doesn't apply to architecture only, it can also apply for design engineering, automotive engineering, all the stuff that based on design. So it's very good. Now, what is good about V-Ray with Rhino is it has deeper integration with Rhino's advanced tools, so you can handle complex materials, lights, and geometries more smoothly. Even with the polygon shapes, you get, I think it's called like mesh or something. Rhino can make it way more smaller than, let's say, like 3ds Max or SketchUp or something. So Rhino is way more smoother, way more better for parametric designs, so it's very good. So they're ideal for complex, organic, or high detail models. They're better suited for manufacturing and engineering workflows. So not just visualization, like I mentioned before, and it works beautifully with Grasshopper. So if you are into parametric design, you can connect it directly to rendering. Obviously, if you don't know what Grasshopper is, Grasshopper means it's a plugin in Rhino where you can do like coding with your crazy advanced stuff in coding. Obviously, don't worry about that. It's just my opinion, but obviously you don't have to use Rhino. But Rhino is very good for parametric design. I'm not discouraging you to not use SketchUp. Please don't get me wrong. You can use SketchUp, but only work on the modeling side that you are comfortable with. So that's my best advice. Now, here's the thing about Rhino, V-Ray for Rhino. It had way deeper learning curve, and it's not beginner friendly. It's more technical than SketchUp, and V-Ray inside Rhino leans toward more advanced users who want precision, flexibility over simplicity. Now, obviously, so the conclusion of this video is that if you want simplicity, if you're a beginner, if you want like quick renders or something, use V-Ray and SketchUp. But if you want more highly detailed design, whether parametric or way more detailed, let's say like organic design or very high precision for fabrication or complex workflows, then V-Ray for Rhino is a very good option. So like I said again, if you're a beginner, please stick to SketchUp. If you're kind of like advanced user, please stick to Rhino if you want to be more advanced. But obviously it really depends on the requirements. So let's say if the university asks you to do Rhino, to learn Rhino part of your degree, then yes, you have to use Rhino, unfortunately. But if you have freedom to use any software you want in your degree, so your tutors doesn't really care what software you use as long as you get good results, then I highly recommend that you stick to SketchUp for simplicity and good workflows with V-Ray. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, it is less about whether V-Ray is better than Rhino or SketchUp. It really depends on the modeling software. So it is the modeling that makes or breaks your render. So yeah, this comes to the end of this video. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you can like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, this really helps the algorithm to reach more people like you, so I can help as many people as I can. So if you are interested in coaching with me, and I will leave a link down below, so we can have a one-on-one coaching together to make, for beginners, I'm looking for 5 people from zero to a hero render. Or if you do have any question, you can let me know down in Instagram below. I will leave an Instagram link. And yeah, please watch this video again and again. Please be wise on what you want, what you select the software. Be wise. So I'm just giving you my personal recommendation, my personal experience. So please be wise. And then, like I said again, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.